Hey gang, today we're gonna go over our 2 dumbbell incline anterior wall expansion breathing drill. So you're gonna set up with an incline bench, about 30-degree incline. You don't want anything too high and definitely not too low either. So like 30, 25, 30, 35, whatever that kind of, you eyeball it, that's gonna be really good. You're gonna lie back on the incline bench. Now, depending on your bench height, if you have your feet on the ground and that causes you to have kind of a lot of space underneath your low back, then you may want to just elevate your feet up on some dumbbells or some plates, or if you have an attachment like I do on my bench, you can throw them up on here, or if you don't, you can also just throw them up on the bench if it's long enough as well to help flatten that low back, okay? In terms of weight, you don't need anything crazy. I just have 20 pounds here, anywhere between 15 to 30. You may need to play with it a little bit to kind of get to identify what gives you the best results, but nothing too crazy there. You're just gonna let your arms hang. So shoulders kind of pulled back a little bit, let them kind of come down, okay? And then from here, what I want you to do, just as everything we do, good stack of thorax on top of pelvis. So big breath in. I want you to exhale, and as you exhale, just let your lower ribs just naturally fall down towards your belt buckle as well as down towards the bench. Just so your low back kisses the bench, okay? If you are still kind of, your feet are up and you exhale and you don't have that kind of low back kissing the bench, you may need to do a slight posterior pelvic tilt by bringing your belt buckle up towards your chin. Nothing crazy, just a slight tilt, just so you can get your low back to the ground or to the bench there. All right, so from here, now we just gotta breathe. So we have gravity and the weight doing its thing, pulling your shoulders back. Okay, you're gonna take a nice, slow, but big inhalation through the nose with the mouth closed. And hopefully you saw my chest wall kind of expand there. And then what you're gonna do is open your mouth big and exhale everything out as if you're fogging a window. And when you get to the end of that exhale, you should feel the muscles on the sides of your abs, so your oblique muscles kind of kick on a little bit. Once you have that feeling, the goal is to maintain that feeling throughout the breaths that come next, okay? So keep that feeling, and then you're gonna take that next breath in. Again, close your mouth, big inhale through the nose. You're gonna feel even more air kind of go here to the front because we're closing off the back because we're laying on the bench. We're kind of closing off the sides because we have the exhale kind of kicking on our obliques. And now all the airflow can kind of go here anteriorly, which is what we want to try to expand. Okay, so again, I'm here, I've exhaled everything out. Obliques are kicked on. I'm just going to pause for a second, close my mouth, tongue on the roof of my mouth, and then a slow but big inhalation. And really feel all the air kind of go into the anterior chest wall. And then again, exhale. And repeat. Guys, that is your 2 dumbbell incline anterior wall expansion breathing drill.